360 for Days Left. Chapter 4-361 days left. Every secret demands a price. Day 361. The past never disappears. It only waits for the right moment to return. Jungkook woke before the alarm. His eyes opened to the faint gray light filtering through the curtains. The room was unusually quiet, yet his heart was pounding as if he had been running for miles. He couldn't shake the dream. Or maybe it wasn't a dream. The distorted voice from the previous night echoed inside his head. The countdown has already begun. He slowly sat up, running a hand through his messy hair. His eyes drifted toward the bedside drawer. For several seconds, he simply stared at it, almost as if opening it would change something. Finally, he reached for the handle. The drawer slid open with a soft creak. Inside, beneath a stack of old notebooks, lay the small desk calendar. Its pages looked worn from being torn away one by one. Jungkook gently rested his fingers on today's page. 361 days left. His throat tightened. What are you counting down to? No answer came, only silence. He carefully closed the drawer before forcing himself to smile. Another day, another performance. Taehyung Jungkook. Jaimini's voice echoed from outside the apartment. If you're making me late again, I'm replacing you with someone punctual. Jungkook couldn't help laughing. Give me 5 minutes. You said that yesterday, and I meant it yesterday. Your 5 minutes lasts half an hour. Jungkook grabbed his backpack and hurried outside. Noah looked him up and down. You look terrible. Good morning to you too. You didn't sleep. Jungkook shrugged. Couldn't. Worried about the project? Something like that. Jaemin didn't push. Instead, he casually threw an arm around Jungkook's shoulders. Come on, if we're late, the great Mr. President Kim Taehyung will probably organize our funeral. Jungkook laughed. I'd actually believe that. When they arrived at the university, Taehyung was already standing near the student council office, checking a clipboard. He looked as calm and composed as always. You two are 3 minutes late. Jungkook checked his watch. You counted? I always count. Jungkook sighed dramatically. You must have been born carrying a schedule. Jungkook looked at him with a perfectly straight face. My mother said, being early is a form of respect. Jungkook smiled. I think I would have liked your mother. For the briefest moment, Taehyung's expression changed, just enough for Jungkook to notice. So would have everyone. His voice was quieter than usual. Before Jungkook could ask another question, another student called president's name. He excused himself and disappeared into the student council office. Jungkook watched him leave. He's lonely. Jaemin glanced at him. You noticed too? Jungkook nodded. He smiles with us, but his eyes don't. The yellow envelope. Inside the student council office, Taehyung organized the day's documents. The room was silent except for the ticking wall clock. A knock interrupted him. An elderly security guard stepped inside. Excuse me, President Kim Taehyung. I found this outside your office. He placed a small yellow envelope on the desk. No name, no sender. After thanking the guard, Taehyung carefully opened it. Inside was a single folded piece of paper, 500 words. Don't ever let Jungkook remember. Taehyung frowned. His pulse quickened. Remember what? He read the sentence again, then looked through the office window. Outside, Jungkook and Jaemin were laughing over something ridiculous. Taehyung quietly folded the note and slipped it into his pocket. He decided not to tell Jungkook, not until he understood what it meant. That afternoon, the three met in the library to continue their project. Stacks of old university yearbooks covered the table. We're researching the university's history? Jungkook groaned. I'd rather research sleep. Taehyung ignored him. Start from the 2025 archive. Jungkook reluctantly flipped through dusty pages. Suddenly, something slipped from between them. A photograph. It showed the annual university festival held exactly 1 year earlier. Hundreds of smiling students filled the courtyard. Jungkook stared at it. Something felt wrong. Near the edge of the picture stood someone wearing a black hoodie. Their face was hidden. Mr. President. Who's that? Taehyung leaned closer. Who? The person standing here. Jungkook pointed toward the corner. Taehyung frowned. I don't see anyone. Jungkook blinked. What? He looked again. The hooded figure was gone. Only ordinary students remained. His heartbeat became uneven. I swear, there was someone. Taehyung studied Jungkook's face. You don't look like you're joking. I'm not. For reasons neither of them understood, a chill settled over the room. Grandma's house. That evening, Jungkook visited his grandmother. The moment she opened the door, the smell of freshly baked bread welcomed him. There you are. You've gotten thinner. Jungkook laughed. I saw you 3 days ago. 3 days is enough. She gently pinched his cheek before inviting him inside. The small house felt warm, safe, almost untouched by time. After dinner, she disappeared into her bedroom. When she returned, she carried a small wooden box. This belongs to you. Jungkook accepted it. It's locked. I know. Where's the key? She smiled sadly. You'll find it when you're ready. Jungkook looked at her in confusion. Grandma. She gently held his hands. No matter what happens, when you remember everything, promise me you won't blame yourself. His smile slowly faded. What am I supposed to remember? She looked away. Tears shimmered in her eyes. I pray you never have to. Before Jungkook could ask another question, she changed the subject. Stay for tea. But throughout the evening, her smile never quite reached her eyes. The third message. Night had already fallen when Jungkook left her house. The streets were almost empty. His phone vibrated. Unknown number. His breathing stopped. He opened the message. Day 361. She's hiding the truth. Ask her about the fire. Fire? Jungkook's heart pounded. He immediately turned around and sprinted back. Grandma. He reached the house, breathing heavily. The lights were off. The gate was locked. An elderly neighbor stepped outside. Looking for your grandmother? Yes. She left a little while ago. Where? The neighbor slowly shook his head. She didn't say. Jungkook stood frozen. The wooden box felt heavier in his hands. Elsewhere, inside a dark room, photographs covered an entire wall. Jungkook, Taehyung, Jimin, and now, Jungkook's grandmother. Red strings connected every picture. A gloved hand slowly drew another line, connecting the grandmother to Jungkook. Then, Jungkook to Taehyung. The notebook opened. A new sentence was written in red ink. The pieces are finally moving. The hand reached toward the old calendar. Another page was torn away. 360 days left. End of chapter 4. Epilogue. On an old wooden desk lay a faded newspaper. Its headline read, University Festival Fire Leaves Several Students Missing. A single face in the accompanying photograph had been circled with a red marker. It was Jungkook. And beneath the newspaper, hidden from view, was an old silver key, the key that fit the wooden box now resting in Jungkook's room. To be continued. Thank armies. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your one small act will boost me up for next part.